Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another top 5 series. Today, we're going to be covering the top 5 mods that you should be doing to your car as soon as you get it. Now, this list is going to be budget free. You've got the biggest budget, you've just got a massive loan from the bank, you just saved up a whole bunch of cash, whatever the case may be. We're not worrying about costs, we're purely worrying about items specifically, okay? So in the future, in a few weeks, I'm actually gonna do a budget version. So people that are trying to build a car, have some fun, but also not trying to break the bank. But for today, let's break the bank, all right? So jumping in at number one, the most important mod you can do to your car as soon as you get it is suspension. Suspension upgrades are going to completely change your vehicle. Whether you are going full all-out bags or you're going coilovers, it's going to completely change the car. Now, back in the day, or if you're running like in the Crown, a stock bag system, it feels very boaty, very willowy. It's not very tight and like racy, right? But if you go for one of the aftermarket brands or a bag on coil scenario, it's gonna feel a lot better than stock suspension and you're gonna be able to bag out. So it's kind of like a win-win. It's just very expensive. But most people are gonna go down the path of coilovers. You're gonna go BC Racing, you're gonna go HSD, you're gonna go what? There's so many. Obviously, BC are one of the biggest brands at the moment, and from what I have been told, they are very good. I do have a set about to go on my E46. I run HSDs on the Supra, but they upset me recently because I asked them to, hook me up with some on the E46, and I don't mean for free. I mean, can you supply them? And they only did the later model offset. So HSD, what are you doing? Come on, let's get some centered tops for us older E46 boys. But anyway, I digress. Suspension is going to be king, right? It will change your car. It'll change the handling, the feel. You can slam it. It's just such a vast mod that you can do. Also, you've got a huge amount of tuning. Most of these coilovers have camber adjustment, they've got damper adjustment, they've got height adjustment, you can adjust the spring rates. Whatever you want to do, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Now, keep in mind, when you slam your car on stock wheels, it's gonna look a little bit silly, but that brings me to number two. Number two is going to be wheels. Everybody knows that wheels make a build. Granted, you can do wheels right at the end, but why would you do it right at the end when you could do it right at the beginning? Obviously, you've just put coilovers in your car or you've put bags in your car, slammed it, looks sick. Now you need to fill those guards out. What are you gonna do? You're gonna leave stock? No, you're not. You're gonna go aftermarket. Now, I do wanna actually give a shout out to a guy on Instagram, Nick the 4-Door Freak. I will actually put his link in the description. I haven't bought off of him, but I do follow the price of secondhand wheels. Obviously, you guys know I like Japanese wheels. I love VSKFs, etc., etc. So I see the prices of them. There are some people out there trying to sell now, caveat to this, they're very aggressive specs, but VSKFs for $9,000, $10,000, things like that, right? They're very, very expensive. But Nick the 4-Door Freak, I'm pretty sure he has a set of 18s right now, moderate offset, not weak, but not crazy. $3,000. $3,000, are you serious? I paid $2,600 for my black ones that I've got for the E46. And they were originally chrome and they were shagged. They were absolutely wrecked. I needed to go and rebuild all of them. One was warped, so I needed to get it fixed by New Way Wheels. Obviously, I'm in Victoria, so New Way Wheels are the place to go and get your wheels fixed if you need to. I also got them repowder coated in the centers. I got the lips painted, so they're all gloss black, etc., etc. So now I'm sitting at a cost of probably close to $3,000 for those. His are already in really nice condition. He has, he stocks SSRs, he stocks VSXXs, he stocks everything, right? Go and jump on his page. I think he's got like 10 sets of wheels currently. So if you want to get some secondhand wheels, you don't have to get ripped off. He is obviously a reseller, so I would assume in his whole scenario, he's making money, but somehow he's managing to get the wheels in, make enough money to make it worth his while and get it to you guys without ripping you off. And I think that's amazing. Someone out there, doing the hard yards for the boys and girls out there that just want to mod our cars. We don't want to get ripped off, but we want something nice. So huge shout out to him. He's definitely helping the industry. There is also other people like Jesse Streeter who do similar things. I just know that Nick is a local guy in Victoria that, you know, you can probably save a little bit more and save time if he's already got the stock, because he does have stock. Jesse Streeter will order you stuff like Nick can, but you've kind of got to find it and then he'll order it in. As far as I'm aware, he may be able to find it for you as well. He probably can, but I digress. Anyway, number three, I have put in at number 3 because as much as suspension and wheels are universal, every single car you can change the wheels. Every single car you can change suspension. Not every single car do you want to put an exhaust on. I mean, I do, but some people, one of my best mates doesn't like loud exhausts. It's fair enough. It's your cup of tea to have a quiet exhaust. That's all good. I wouldn't do it. I like loud exhausts. But number 3 is exhaust. An exhaust isn't just going to make your car loud. It's going to increase performance slightly, because the more airflow you can get through an engine, the more power you can get. So air in, air out, more air, more fuel, more bang, we're good, right? It's not only going to make it loud, it's going to give you more power. It can actually increase efficiency as well for your engine because it's not choked by all this, 10 mufflers and resonators and low flow cats, etc., etc. But it kind of gives your car some soul. When you start it, it's like it's saying good morning to you every day when you do that cold start, It gives you that, I don't know, for me, as soon as I start my cars and I hear that rumble, I'm just like, it's going to be a good day. Every day is a good day, but when I hear that, it's going to be a great day. You know what I mean? Now, 4 and 5 are going to be, they need some explanation, but number 4 is going to be a head unit. Now, some of you may be out there getting new BRZs, new whatever the case may be, newer cars, late 2020s, things like that. Like late 2000s, so 2010 upwards, let's say. They've probably got an all right head unit, maybe 2015 upwards, but whatever. I'm talking about the Supras, I'm talking about the Silvias, the Skylines, the old BMWs, the whatever the case may be, the say 2005s, right? They don't have Apple CarPlay, they don't have Android Auto, they don't have navigation systems, some of them don't have Bluetooth, etc., right? When you change your head unit, it's a game changer. Most of the time, most cars nowadays have an alright sound system. It might not be out there winning competitions, but it's good enough. You can get in, you can listen to some tunes, it's not distorting all over the place. I mean, obviously my Supra's got a big upgraded stereo in it because I've had it since I was 18, but the Crown stereo is stock. The BMW stereo is stock apart from a head unit, but the difference it makes when you jump in your car and it opens up and you can put your navigation in and you can get wherever you need, or you can your phone just Bluetooth straight to it, bam, you're playing music, you listen to your audiobook, you listen to your podcast, whatever the case may be. It makes the driving experience so much nicer. Anyone out there that has upgraded your head unit, you know what I mean. Now, if you're out there driving a car and you love the look of it because maybe you slammed it, maybe you've put some wheels on, maybe you've put the exhaust on, but you get in the car and you're like, I've got this UE boom that I put next to me because my head unit doesn't work or my speakers don't work. Generally, if your speakers aren't working, it's probably because your head unit's gone kaput, right? Upgrade your head unit. You do not have to spend $1 million. If you check out one of my videos, I put the cheapest, 7, 8, 9 inch screen, whatever it is, into my BMW that I could find on eBay. It's amazing. It's so good. Like, it just works, right? So you don't have to spend $1 million to upgrade your head unit. Remember, if your head unit's broken or it's not giving you navigation or any of those things, and you put something in that's $200 and it does them, you're 100% better than you were. You know what I mean? So obviously, if you've got a new car, you don't have to worry about that because you've already got that fancy stuff. But for us, people running older cars, which a lot of the time, could be you, head units. All right, now number 5 has a few few options, right? Number 5 is going to be seats. Now, seats are huge in a car. Yes, they can be very expensive, but bear with me. Bear with me. Now, yes, if you go and get brand new brides, carbon back brides, Recaros, whatever the case may be, yes, they're going to be expensive. 100% worth the money, but expensive. But when you change your normal luxury seat into a bucket seat that holds you, when you go around the corner with those nice coilovers and that small sidewall on those new wheels you've got and your engine's singing through that beautiful exhaust, you're hugging the corners a lot better when you're in the car. Now, the Supra used to have the SR3s, the confettis, the ones that everyone wants, which was good for me because then I could sell them for a decent amount of money and then put the brides in that I wanted. I've always wanted bride Lomaxes. I've got them in the Supra, I've got them in the BMW. Obviously, I don't have them in the Crown because it's a luxury car. I've thought about it, but I'm not going to. I wanted those because I just liked how they were. Now, SR3s are great, don't get me wrong, but they're kind of like halfway between a luxury seat and a race seat. Because when I put the brides in and I went around a corner fast, I didn't move. I didn't move at all. I was tucked in, I ain't going anywhere. And can you imagine how much better it is again if you've got like a 5-point harness as well? 5-point harness. A 5-point harness, maybe. I don't have them, but you know, it's just additionals. The seats make a huge difference to your driving experience. Now, if you don't have the budget for that, there are other options. And I'm gonna touch on those other options in the next video in a couple of weeks when we do this list again, but we do the budget list. We do the list that isn't gonna break the bank. We do the list that your missus isn't gonna kick your ass over, okay? It's just gonna be a bit of a budget-friendly list, one that you're not too scared to complete the whole thing. Now, if you agree with me or disagree with me, jump in the comments and let me know. Maybe you listed these in a different order. Maybe you've got something else that you think is number 1. Let me know what you think. And also, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel because it helps your boy out and we are trying to beat the OnlyFans girls, okay? Do you know that the biggest OnlyFans subscription in existence has 16 million subscribers? Yeah, I didn't know that either. I set a goal that we would beat that, but I didn't realize it was 16 million. You want to help us out and hit sub? It's free. It's not going to hurt you. If you want to turn notifications on, that'd be great. And you'll be able to see the video coming up in 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks because next week is going to be another BMW video. So if you want to see more on the 1JZ BMW, make sure to subscribe as well. Thank you for coming along, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys.